At least 8 tornadoes were reported in the Chicago area last night. Dozens of homes and businesses damaged, the debris littering parking lots, car windows smashed, the side of this building gone. The city's airports facing ground stops. Video shows hundreds of people taking shelter in this concourse at O'Hare Airport, and this video from a traveler inside Midway Airport.
Oh my God.
Showing a twister taking shape just past the runways. Those storms shifting east overnight. People across Vermont have been racing to clean up from this week's disastrous floods before more rain arrives today. Thousands of people have lost homes and businesses. The recovery could take years, if not decades. And storm showing a twister taking shape just past the runways. Those storms shifting east overnight. People across Vermont have been racing to clean up from this week's disastrous floods before more rain arrives today. Thousands of people have lost homes and businesses. The recovery could take years, if not decades. And storms are in the forecast for the next 7 days with 4 more inches of rain possible.
This may not be over. With rain in the forecast and nowhere for it to go, we could see waters rise again.
Meanwhile, forecasters are warning of dire consequences from the extreme heat across the south and the west. Triple-digit temperatures will stretch from Florida to California today. Phoenix will mark its 14th consecutive day of 110 degrees or above. Heat-related illnesses nationwide have more than doubled in the last month. Places, including Miami-Dade County, Los Angeles, and Phoenix, have recently appointed chief heat officers, a city official who does everything from establish cooling centers, install more AC in public housing, and plant more trees to cool the streets. Now the mayor of Phoenix is calling on the Biden administration to appoint a federal heat officer. One possible tool to fight climate change: paint. Scientists at Purdue have created a white paint that's so white they say it can reduce the surface temperature on a roof by up to 19 degrees by reflecting 98% of the sun's rays. It could be available by next year.
Man, Lord, jacking this place up, I want to say shalom. First thing and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Makakwagash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect. Noise in the gospel, brought lifting up the standard of Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. This is Akia Mahaloya coming back with another lesson through the Spirit. Judgment plagues upon Babylon the Great. It says tornado touches down near Chicago's O'Hare Airport amid extreme weather nationwide. Man, and what stood out to me in this video, I don't know if you brothers caught it, but hold up, I'm gonna find it real quick. It's a clip
my
out
God.
Showing a twister taking shape just past the
rainbow.
runways. Those storms shifting east overnight. People across Vermont have been racing to clean up from this week's disaster.
Hold on, that's Vermont.
Reports facing.
You see that? A rainbow, okay, which we understand the symbology of the rainbow in the scriptures is the Lord promised not to flood the earth again. But in this case, that was the Lord showing you he was behind these judgments, man. And Chicago, man, Chicago is a city that rarely gets any type of tornadoes, and if it do, because the Midwest plains, the Midwest is considered like a flat land almost, so it's easy for storms. Like out here in Missouri and Kansas, it's a lot of open land, so it's easy for tornadoes to form out this way, even in Chicago. But usually the tornadoes usually don't hit the inner city because, I mean, for the simple fact, they just don't travel that route. On the top of that, those buildings can possibly cancel it out. Like when I was growing up there, I've seen twisters like form in the middle of the neighborhoods, but they didn't really get too far. But the Lord is going to start bringing them tornadoes inland in these major cities, man. Okay, like down in Florida, the brother was telling me yesterday, he was telling me how that hell, I believe like 20 of the major insurance companies just left Florida because it's probably some type of inclement weather event, some type of hurricane is going to rock that place, man. And knowing with insurance policies, they're going to have to pay out billions of dollars, and they ain't got that. They go broke all the time off claims. And the brother was kind of explaining it. So, yeah, man, the Lord is not playing, man. Okay, it says Chicago's O'Hare Airport amid extreme weather nationwide. Right. O'Hare is a very prominent and a very busy hub by Chicago being one of the major cities in America. Pretty much all walks of life walks through that particular airport, whether it be Midway or O'Hare. O'Hare is a very popular airport. Anybody that knows about travel, they knows about O'Hare Airport. And this is just the beginning. Okay, the Lord have a lot of judgment coming for you people. And I noticed last night we've missed 2 storms 2 days in a row. I noticed last night it was a storm forming out here, but somehow, some way, we didn't get hit with it. And that's crazy because like the northern half of KC always get hit with the worst storms. But since, you know, brothers that moved up this way, the Lord has been kind of having mercy. But the other night, the winds were crazy, but we didn't get hit with any type of rain, though it was in the forecast. Okay, so it says severe storms spawned multiple tornadoes across northern Illinois on Wednesday evening that knocked down trees, ripped off roofs, and disrupted hundreds of flights in the Chicago area. And I knew it was one in the area here too because, like I said, the winds, they picked up drastically last night. But whatever was in the area, it didn't necessarily touch down in this particular location. Call Allah Yahweh Bashim Hawashai. But it says there were at least 5 reported tornadoes in Prairie State, 2 in Cook County, and 1 each in DuPage, Kane, and McHenry counties. Okay, and those are some racist ass counties, man. Okay, DuPage, Illinois, McHenry. Those are places that Jake really don't go. Okay, because there's still cities in Illinois that you really don't want to go. You know what I'm saying? Cook County is predominantly Jake. Okay, because that's like the Chicago inner city. You know what I'm saying? Like the metropolis area. Then, you know, you go out there to like River Oaks or like Calumet City, Calumet Park and stuff like that. It's Jake's out there now. Hazel Crest. You know what I'm saying? Lombard, etc. But I don't think I think Lombard may be DuPage if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since I've been out there. But it says one of the twisters that had touched down in Cook County reportedly damaged warehouses on the west side of Chicago's O'Hare International Airport, and damage to homes and other buildings were reported elsewhere, according to the National Weather Service. It says more than 170 flights departing from O'Hare International Airport were canceled, while over 500 were delayed on Wednesday, according to the flight tracking service FlightWare. It says there were 2 other reported tornadoes in Iowa and Michigan, with reports of damage in the latter, as well as a damaging straight line winds over 70 miles per hour recorded from Texas to Michigan. Damn, Texas to Michigan, that's a stretch, man. And that could be what we felt last night because, I mean, we felt something here, but it wasn't nearly as bad. It says, while reports in the latter, as well as damaging straight line winds over 70 miles per hour recorded from Texas to Michigan. Wow, so that was a long-winded one, or a one that had some miles on them, man, because if it's a stretch of damage from Texas to Michigan, that's over a 500-mile stretch, man. Okay, so Yahweh Bashim Hawashai is getting ready to ramp up this judgment. And it says there were also numerous reports of golf ball-sized hail in Missouri, Nebraska, and Kansas. Yep. It says the dangerous weather on Wednesday event was part of a storm system moving through the Midwestern United States. It says the severe threat shifts back into the northeast on Thursday, stretching from Kentucky to Vermont. And damaging winds, large hails, and even tornadoes will be possible along the storm system's projected path, which includes the cities of Cincinnati, Ohio, Charleston, West Virginia, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Birmingham, New York, Albany, New York, and Burlington in Vermont. Okay, it says a flood watch has been issued for parts of New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. Vermont's capital, Montpelier, was already hit by historic rainfall and flooding early this week. And Thursday's threat of heavy rainfall and flooding will persist into the weekend for the Northeast, including an Interstate 95 travel corridor. It says the latest forecast shows the additional 3 to 5 inches of rain is possible across northern England, northern New England, including Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine. But meanwhile, while millions of Americans across 15 U.S. states were under heat alerts for Thursday, from Washington to Florida, the heat index could surpass 115 degrees Fahrenheit in the Mid-South and Gulf Coast, Florida, with potentially record high temperatures from Houston to Miami, man. Okay, so these are plagues. This Lord is getting ready to level this place on all sides, man. Okay, yeah, Chicago gets hit by tornadoes, but it's a very rare case. You know, very, very rare case that they get smacked by something that big. But hey, this is the Lord's plan, man. Okay, so this is the book of Second Esdras, the 9th chapter. And it was funny because the clip of them in Vermont, they showed the Edomite lady looking like she wanted to cry. You know, because all that wickedness that you've done, you've sown, all the bloodshed your ancestors or your forefathers have shed among our people, you're going to pay for that, man. You know, and you are paying for it. So why Esau wants to play innocent like he's just innocent? No, man, you have a lot of blood in your hands. And I remember, I want to say about a month ago, we was at the camp, and I made a statement. I said, see, these Edomites, they walk by with that look and that smile because they know they're guilty. And the Edomite lady, she attested to that. She said, you're absolutely right. And it's on video, man. Okay, so the Lord is judging your ass. And you jakes that's in the midst of them, you're going to get judged too. Okay? And he says, and he answered me and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself. And when thou seest part of the signs past which I've told thee before, then thou shalt understand that it is the very same time when the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Therefore, when you should be seeing earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then thou shalt very well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, okay? Because natural weather events is considered earthquakes too, okay? Though earthquake is a typical earthquake when you have seismic activity, you know, when the particular tectonic plates shift and so forth like that. But overall, all these weather events are considered earthquakes because they're technically earth-shattering events. Okay, they disrupted people's lives. Okay, making people complacent because those people in Vermont, they wasn't expecting that, man. You see, they wasn't really expecting that. You can tell by the Edomite woman's face because these people, they're literally off the pride juice, man. Okay, these people are extremely proud, and they feel that their little beloved society that they stole, in fact, can't be touched. Esau already believes that, man. You know. So with that being said, the Lord, he's badass, man. You know. It's like I had to wash my hands, wipe my face off. Yeah, the Lord is badass, man, you know. So it says here, then thou shalt very well understand that the Most High spake of these things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning, right? Because the Lord had prophets set up since the beginning of time. And the scriptures tells us that the Lord spake through his holy prophets since the beginning. Okay, so these things were already ordained to take place. You know, while you people are in that jolly, jolly spirit, that happy-go-lucky spirit, the average person ain't really jolly no more because they can feel it. They know something is coming. Like I was at the shop the other day, and this Edomite came. I guess this Edomite, I was like getting some lights installed and shit. So this Edomite came up to me, and he was just talking to me, man. You know, because he got a Jeep and shit. So he was just telling me, he just came over the blue and just started talking to me, man. And he was like, yeah, man, I never thought our country would be like this. He said it's not looking too good. He said things ain't looking too good. And he got to talking about all the weapons he got and shit like that because he stated that this current administration is done a number. But what you people don't understand is that this society was destined to fail anyway, no matter who was in office. You see? But they're seeing it. They're feeling it. You know? It's just our dumbass people that's not in the spirit of being woke. Okay? And those jinx that are somewhat woke and know what's going on, they still playing games because they're not coming into the full assurance of the truth. All right? And it says here, like as all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end is manifested. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works endings and endings in effects and signs. Okay, and that's these particular events that we're looking at. Okay, no matter if Esau Edom is using his little weather modification program, which they're talking about, no coincidence that this guy Cotton Swab made mention of climate lockdowns and all this other shit, and all of a sudden we having all this inclement weather. But really it's Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, man. Okay? So I'm gonna play this video and I'm gonna get a couple more precepts, and it's straightforward, man. You know, brothers are well aware of the weather being the judgment of the Lord. But anyway, I'm gonna play this video just, you know, so brothers can have a visual of what's happening. So here we go.
We have had confirmed tornadoes on the ground in the Chicago viewing area. They stretched right there. Okay. Can we let's zoom in on this, Joey? Can you pan? Okay. All right. Let's just.
There,
Pete,
yes.
Look at this.
Look.
Right here.
Right. Yep. Right
Right
there.
there.
See it?
That's it.
See it spinning up? That's it. Yeah.
That's it.
Look at that spinning up there. Right
there.
in front of you. And look at how on the southern flank of that, we're seeing that lower as well. So we might be looking at the genesis of a tornado right here.
Right.
Look at that. That's pretty amazing what we're looking at right there.
Play with that image. In fact, I'm going to get myself out of the image so you can really see what's going on there. You get the scope of what's happening right there in the left center. You can see the counterclockwise circulation.
Yep, looking at some radar returns. I want you to stick with this, but looking at some radar returns that's correlating with a hook that's showing up on the radar right now as well, Brant. And this is the fact that we're seeing the clearing just to the south of this is not unsurprising of tornadic development here either.
So you're on the back side of the rotation, and this is coming right up over Rosemont. In fact, what we're looking at in the foreground, you can see a couple of the towers. You see the hotels there in Rosemont, and that circulation is rather broad. Did you see the lightning strike there, Pete?
Yep. I'm wondering what I want to stay with this picture, but it would be interesting to see if we have any debris showing up on the debris detector here because of the lift that we saw. We actually witnessed the moisture moving upward, and we're continuing to see that. And I'm wondering, it doesn't look as though we have any sort of debris signature on that, but it wouldn't be surprising if we did.
No, I'm hearing, Pete, no debris signature.
Okay.
And something we should talk about. You mentioned artificial intelligence. That some of these computer algorithms look at the radar information and assess what they think is happening. For example, a tornado vortex signature. But what we're seeing now is that, hang on, let me turn off my phone once again. It's going crazy on me. But what we're seeing here is this information also could trip off a new product that we have that shows a debris tracker, and we're not seeing that at all. So that's some good news. Now, let's talk safety once again. If you're in Rosemont, you should be in your safe place at this point. We're panning a little bit to the north, and you're seeing that circulation moving off to the northeast.
All right, and that is one thing. I actually have another video too, which I'll play at the end of the video. But basically going into like the sirens and how the clouds and so forth are forming. Let me see something real quick. Mountain burn fire. Thick darkness, because the Lord always shows Himself, man. Okay, and we understand that the clouds goes into the chariots as well too. But just a couple of examples. It says, and He made darkness pavilions round about Him, dark waters and thick clouds of the skies, man. Okay, which we know the clouds goes into the chariots, but also these weather events. You see, like it says here, and He said into the light in the morning, when the sun riseth, even a morning with the clouds, as the tender glass springing out of the earth by clear shining out the rain. Okay, a lot of times after the rain comes and you see the sunlight, like after the tornado, then they showed the rainbow in the sky. But nonetheless, that was the Lord showing that, hey, He's bringing judgment. You know, it says He made darkness His secret, Psalms 18:11. His pavilion round about Him were dark waters and thick clouds of the skies, man. All right, so hey, the Lord is beautiful, man. You know, go from here to Isaiah 28 real quick, and we'll end it after that. This is just a little quick update through the Spirit. Isaiah 28, and I'm going to start at verses 2. It says, behold, the Lord have a mighty one and a strong one, which as a tempest of hell and a destroying storm. Okay, and the tornado is a destroying storm. Just 2 years ago out there in California, they had what they call a fire-nado. Basically, think about a tornado, but with fire. Look like a superpower with some shit, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a scary sight. You know, and it devours everything in sight. That's scary. And what does Jake do? He still ain't trying to repent. That's why I can't wait till these things to touch down in the hood, man. Okay, and complacent. It's beautiful to see you people just really get fucked up like that. Okay, and it's gonna come to a time that we actually gonna throw this shit in your face, man. Like when this place getting jacked up and we see you people all broken down, we gonna really talk shit about you, man, and we really gonna point your ass out. And so that's what your dumb ass get, man. Like the brother Gabar said, when you people get fucked up, you gonna be looking stupid. When all hell break through, you motherfuckers are gonna be looking dumb as hell. And don't come to us for answers. You know what I'm saying? Because if the Spirit of the Lord is on me to curse you out, I'm gonna curse you out. All right, and whatever else the Spirit wants to happen. But anyway, it says, timbers of hell and destroying storm as a flood of mighty waters overflowing should cast down to the earth with the hand, man. Okay, so the storms, Lord have his way in the storms. We read about it. Mark 13, and I'm going to start at verses 4. It says, tell us when should these things be and what should be the sign and when all these things should be fulfilled. And Yahushua answering them began to say, take heed lest any man deceive you. For many should come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, and shall deceive many. And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars, but be ye not troubled. It says, for such things must needs be, but the end shall not be yet. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. And there should be earthquakes in divers places, and there should be famines and troubles. And these are the beginning of sorrows, man. Okay, so these are the beginning of sorrows, but really they're just going to ramp up and intensify as this kingdom continues to deteriorate. The Lord is going to really bring it to pass, and he's going to speed up the times. It's already fucking July. We're already halfway through the year already. So just imagine next year is going to go even faster. So the Lord is going to bring this thing quick, man. All right, so anyway, with that, all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And with that, shalom and above all, shalom.